great day, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by thanking everyone here present in the courthouse today. This is the court trial of people of Los Santos versus Chief Justice J. Perez on the case number LSCH-S2-00019. Again, this is just a couple of reminders. Please refrain from standing. Please refrain from making unnecessary noise as you may be charged with contempt of court.
Jake Cyrus.
Bailiff, go ahead.
Please rise. The Court of the Second Judicial Circuit Criminal Division is
Uy,
now in
Jake
session.
Cyrus.
The Honorable
Ito nga,
Judge
Jake Cyrus
A.M.
po ka
Pacific.
Cyrus, upo ka dito.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Una, madam.
Calling the case of the people of Los Santos versus J. Perez with the case number LSCH S2-00019. Are both sides ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready for the people, Your Honor, for the prosecution.
Prosecution side, ikaw mauna.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me here. Case for today is our Chief Justice J. Perez on the ground of government corruption, violations in judicial ethics that constitute abuse of authority. Also request this honorable court to give if he found be guilty beyond reasonable doubt under the penalties provided for by law and disqualification practice as may be provided by judicial system. And we will make sure po that in our prosecution we have pertinent evidence to prove the same. And dura lex sed lex, the law may be harsh but it is still the law. And also, no one is above the law. And lastly is ignorancia lehis non excusat, meaning ignorance of the law excuses no one from complying.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you not as the Chief Justice of these four pillars of justice, but as a brother to all of you. And knowing that I am in a position of the defense, I will do my best to show everyone that whatever happens in this honorable court will be prosecuted justly and fairly without any bias, and that everything that is sustained by the Constitution shall be followed and adhered by His Honor, Dame Rostaville.
Prosecutor, please present your evidences.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly listen to this case and render a true verdict and a fair sentence as to this defendant?
Yes, to help me.
You may be seated.
Okay, so yung kaso po natin is about it's against the Chief Justice. So ang kaso po yung kaso po natin is with regards po sa pleadings at saka documents na sinabit Chief Justice Perez. Yung una po, to give you a summary, yung temporary restraining order po ay ginawa po ni Attorney Maya Perez. Tapos inapprove po siya ni upon proper investigation, it was unconstitutional. It was unconstitutional kasi meron siyang grave abuse of possession at saka abuse of authority. Na meron knowing na meron tayong judicial code of ethics na yung TRO po na sinabit po ni Attorney Maya Perez. Please take note that Attorney Maya Perez, current wife of Chief Justice J. Perez. Kuha po ng temporary restraining order, we believe upon investigation ay direct pinirmahan po ni Chief Justice J. Perez without doing a proper legal proceeding. So alam naman po natin na ang temporary restraining order ay isang order kung saan pinipigilan mo ang tao na gawin ang isang bagay, inuutusan, which is a violation of human rights. So yung TRO na sinabmit, kailangan ng mabusiting pag-aaral. It has to have probable cause and it has to have be subject for review. Una sa lahat, yung TRO, I believe personally na ang TRO kailangan po ng participation po ng not only yung probable cause but also yung ating kapulisan. They should also have to be reminded yung TRO para at least malaman po natin. Ang paggawa ng TRO hindi po basta-basta ginagawa po yan. Naniniwala ako na ang TRO ay dapat kinukuha naman ng mabusiting pag-aaral kasi ito po ay pwedeng maging pang-abuso ng mga mamamayan. Imagine niyo na yung ating attorney, yung mga ating abogado ay madali lang niyang gawin po ang TRO kung saan hindi pa siya makakonsult. Please take note din po na ang TRO hindi po hindi naman kailangan na agad-agad gawin. Pwede naman pong ang LSP mag-participate to get the probable cause. And also, alam po natin, Chief Justice J. Perez is not the only judge dito sa courthouse. Pwede pa siyang mag-consult sa ibang judge to review the same. Yung ginawa po niya, Your Honor, pagkatapos gawin ng asawa niya, si Attorney Maya Perez, yung TRO, agad tong inaprubahan po ni Chief Justice yung TRO. Now, yung TRO naglalaman ng mga hindi kumpletong details. detalye. It has details that is very questionable. Pangalawa po ay ang warrant. Yung warrant of arrest, alam po natin, ang warrant of arrest is an order in which kailangan ng origin. The origin which is the police report or complaint. Pagagawa ng isang warrant of arrest bilang isang judge or magistrate, kailangan mo na kailangan mong pag-aralan kung kailangan mo ng mabusising pag-aaral, magtatanong po kayo kung anong gagawin. Dito sa case na nangyari ang warrant of arrest, which is bago sinubmit sa LSPD ultimatum or police report, nakagawa na po ang Chief Justice ng warrant of arrest. Ano po yung basis? We can see the basis based on sa witnesses that we can provide and also based on the discrepancy of information na nandoon. Iba po yung nasa police report at mayroon ding modified na ipagkaiba din sa warrant of arrest. So yun po ang yung sa dalawang documents na po yun, kaya ako po ay nandito bilang isang membro po ng Judicial Department. Ako po ay gusto kong i-uphold ang batas at yun po ay nakikita ko po ngayon dito sa mga documents na pinresenta po ni, masasabi ko po, yung ginawa po niya ay isang abuse of authority kasi siya po ang pinakamataas po sa Judicial Department. Meron siyang lack of jurisdiction amounting to grave abuse of discretion kasi he can access and he can create the same. And also, meron din po siyang grave corruption on the ground na he used that for personal gain. Now, we believe that the said issues have a connection with his family. I rest my case po.
Okay, Attorney Mox, thank you. Be seated and defense counsel, you can proceed on your statement.
Thank you so much, Your Honor, if I may. Based on the testimony that was provided to you and to Your Honor, I'm here to go ahead and present my defense based on the order that these evidences are being presented. Before I begin, Your Honor, if you would allow me, could I go ahead and do a thorough rundown on the report that was presented in this honorable court?
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much. Okay, Your Honor. So first off, based on what is written here on the report or / case file, what was being instigated here that there has been a proper investigation that actually came to the conviction where I am being convicted of as government corruption. So according to this, my wife, also to everybody's knowledge, is Attorney Maya Perez, have presented a TRO or a TRO or a temporary restraining order on said individuals, and according to the prosecution, that the evidences were inconsistent / inconcise because of certain events. Your Honor, if I may, could I go ahead and go through some of the evidences that was presented in this court?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, Your Honor. Is it possible for me to go through some of the evidences that has been provided by the prosecution to this honorable court?
Okay.
Okay, first things first, Your Honor. I would like to go ahead and provide you with Exhibit A / Annex A, the TRO that was requested by Attorney Maya Perez. This was the document that was originally submitted to this honorable court with one of the people here who is staff and is knowledgeable about the current situation that Attorney Maya was going through. If I may, Your Honor, can I go ahead and I would like to call and acknowledge Ray Rostavili, to the witness stand. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Mr. Ray Rostavili, I am sure that you have full access to all of the case files that is in the Department of Justice. Is this correct?
Yes.
Please state what is your current position here in the Department of Justice.
I am currently as Executive Secretary as of the moment.
Okay. And during the time of this incident, when Annex A was presented, were you aware of this?
I am aware of the TRO.
Okay, Mr. Rostavili, could you please go ahead and tell us what is the engagement that you had with Mrs. Perez before the said document was actually created?
Prior to the document being created, Attorney Maya Perez approached me about it. She was needing a TRO for this case, and then I asked for more details, and then she provided with an example as for the TRO. Yung Annex A nga po na presented natin dito sa evidences natin. And after that, it was during Rami Rostavili's trial case po. After that, nagsabi ako na I would check on it, do on it, and then sa pagod ako doon sa trial nung araw na yun, nagpahinga muna ako. And then after that, the next day, when I was browsing the email, I saw that you have approved the TRO na in LSPD ultimatum.
Okay. So, I do have a question for you, Mr. Rostavili. What is the process for you to be able to, or how do you start to create a TRO?
I will be starting by communicating with LSPD with the due process po.
Ladies and gentlemen, procedure when it comes to creating a TRO, the petitioner will just need to file the proper forms, submit it to the courthouse, and then a judge will be reviewing it. Upon further review, if there is a probable cause for somebody to go ahead and go through the necessary steps, the judge or whoever is present during that time will be granted the authority to either approve or disapprove the granted petition. Okay, so this is for everybody's knowledge. And once again, let me just go ahead and emphasize on this. The only involvement that LSPD will be, or any law enforcement agency will have, is to provide supporting documents, which will be submitted over to the courthouse or even the petitioner, which will help grant the said document. So, Mr. Rosalvili, so there was an intent, and you were the one who was guiding Mrs. Perez on how to be able to create or manifest the said document. Is this correct?
Yes, he approached me about the TRO po.
Okay. So, what did you do? What did you do after that? Did you have any form of engagement with her? Like, did you help her in, providing her with, any sort of insight? And remember, Mr. Rostavili, you are under oath.
Yes, I am under oath, and ang pagkakalam ko, alam ko si Attorney Maya is si Sia yung pinapagawa niya nung una, and then since wala sa Sia, in-approach niya ako for that. Like what I've stated earlier, I wasn't able to to do it because I was tired. So yung pinresent niya sa akin no that day, the next day yun din yung na-approve niyo po.
So, did she actually present to you a draft of the document?
The draft is actually the said TRO
Okay.
in-approve niyo po.
Okay. So there was a draft, and it was presented to you prior to me approving it.
Nakita and nabasa ko na siya.
Okay. And you said that the reason why you weren't approving it or you weren't able to get to it is because pagod ka.
Yes.
Okay. So, Your Honor, if I may, in my position during that time as Chief of Justice, of course, I also have access to this case files, and I do have any probable means to go ahead and intervene if need be. If I see any files that needs to be addressed, of course, I am in the position to go ahead and question and intervene as needed. Is this correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there was a proper procedure that this CRO went through prior to my approval. So, in my defense, ladies and gentlemen,
Prosecution counsel, you can cross-examine.
Evening, Ferreiro. So,
Good evening.
simple lang yung mga question ko po. So, ulitin ko lang po, no? Yung TRO dumaan sa inyo kay Teres.
Yes.
Okay. Napagod ka, hindi mo ginawa, bukas nagawa na. Correct.
Yes. The next day, nakagawa na siya and approved by Chief J.
Wala bang dumaan kay Chief Justice J na kung consult ko to sa ibang judge, baka may opinion siya, di pa siya ng further review. Meron ka bang narinig sa kanya?
Actually, wala po. Ang nakita ko lang is during the trial, di ba napagod ako, nagpahinga ako. The next day, naka-approve na. So, as far as I know, wala pong naging parang, I don't think Chief J consulted with anyone. As by anyone, I think anyone like a judge. So I was during the time I was court clerk, so it's not in my position or authority para question yung bagay-bagay. Ministerial function po.
Okay. Ano yung ministerial function?
Kumbaga, ang ginagawa ko kasi is like, if someone requests like this kind of papers that needs to be printed and done, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's say, sabihin natin may pinasulat si Judge Dame na papeles and pinapabigay sa LSPD. That's what the court clerk does. Kumbaga, i-handle niya yung paperwork and ibibigay niya. And since in this case, sa TRO, na, di ba, sabi nga is dapat ako daw yung gagawa. Pero, di ko na nagawa dahil pagod ako, and the next day, and at the same time, pagkagising ko na, approved na. So, pinirin ko na lang yung hard copy and I presented it to the LSPD and gave them 3 copies for the other party. Balak ko kasing gawin for the TRO is like communicate with the LSPD kung ano meron talaga. Kasi sila yung, diba, what's the TRO for? Sila yung parang magiging magre-restrict na sa other party to avoid contact
Objection,
from
Your
both
Honor.
sides, diba?
Proceed.
Your Honor, the reason for why the TRO was actually filed has been posted in the LSPD ultimatums prior to that. So the reason for why it was manifested should have already been addressed.
Okay. Objection sustained.
So, with that being said, yung nakuha natin na information, ang TRO po ay ganito ang nangyari. Si Roy Rostaville, binigay ni Attorney Maya yung, supposedly bibigay ni Attorney Maya yung TRO. Okay, let's just say, tama. Tama, sinabi ni Justice na because kung accessible naman niya yung system, you can do. But, Your Honor, ang problema kasi dito, Your Honor, is that the TRO, if that's the case, it can be a source of immediate and unfavorable order. Bakit? Hindi po siya kumonsult ng next judge for review. Next one is we feel like even if sabihin natin na it's of urgency.
Order in the court. Please listen carefully.
Yung TRO, if you can see, Maya Perez submitted the same and it was approved by her husband. Kahit sabihin po natin na si the Chief Justice Day is the Chief Justice that time,